G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge. This one's set in Mexico City. And what do we got? We start with all 9 motorways. All destinations are circles. Tunnels require double the amount of road tiles. Alright, well I don't mind one where we start with everything as circles. It sort of just means that you speed up the rate that you're getting people made. So in this really early days stuff, you actually do feel like you're making hay. I mean, that's going to give us the amount of like sort of houses to match the amount of demand. It does feel like you get given a bit of a nice early setup for some of these. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty close for some of these guys, so we can go... Let's do that. Potentially those two guys will last a long time. No, well, we might leave this guy separate for now. 4 for him, 2 for him should be okay. We'll take a tunnel. Just wondering about the layout I've got here. Doesn't look like they're slowing into this. I'm trying to work this out. All 3 of these guys are technically driveways, and that guy's sort of the road. So maybe that's an okay setup. Hopefully we get another house over here and not over here. Good. I do really like the combination of colorblind mode and night mode, giving the dark background but some really pretty poppy colors. So far we have a very nice layout. It's definitely all going to change at some point, but at this point we've got a nice amount of houses for each of the destinations. Getting this guy connected would be good, but let's just invest in some roundabouts for these guys. Maybe I have to redo that. If we put the roundabout a bit further that way for this guy. What we can do is we can... Oh, okay. And we do have 9 motorways that they have just gifted us to start this one. Put a straight in there. I think we're going to get any other sort of... let's just give them a connection. I feel like I've built that wrong because I've limited them to just those 4 houses. I don't like it when they do that to me. Build a lovely road. Respect my road and build right onto it. You might have to this loner motorway. I'm gonna give this guy of my is it the roundabouts I want to give to the guys that I think are gonna be eventually at least investments in motorways. I might revoke this one. There's no harm in putting down the roundabouts and then just taking them up again if you need them. purple does feel like they're about to... They're going to just need the attachment anyway, that they can't handle the distance. Pink's doing okay though. Take the roundabout. Give it to this guy. There's a thing that I'm like sort of used to doing where you get a new destination, you can just sort of slowly design your build. But that's not going to work for this one because the oh boy. Alright, we're coming thick and fast now. So we need these two guys to get through the mountain, so we're going to remove this mountain pass. I said these guys are sort of struggling, so let's just jump purple straight to motorway. This guy we will loop all the way around. One house. This is what I like about all destinations circles, though. Like you're gonna win or you're gonna lose real quick. Alright, that's a real nice addition. We've got to work out what we're doing here, because these guys have just set themselves up in the worst position. I guess if we turn these guys in here, we get rid of this road. We then appropriate this back, turn that in there. Wait for that roundabout to come back. Put it there. Ken, you gotta get off my roads. And appreciate it. Let's maybe flip these around. No, he doesn't have a choice. And that's only one house looking after this guy. Good. Pink's not doing well. None of these two houses down here are just a waste. Now it's three houses down there being a waste. It's not really the kind of map where we can just have houses that are just not doing anything. But I mean, even if I get this guy out going somewhere, this guy's stuck. So's that guy. At least what's happening here is that because there's another pink destination, it's going to reduce the load on these two pink destinations. Just a weird out in the middle of nowhere house. Yeah. Oh. Depends on how many more friends you get. You guys can actually become the supplier for him. Then mean that we can make these guys. Firstly, we can turn that guy around, turn this guy, do that. However, these guys all using the same roads are going to work anyway. I have to flip him this way. Alright, it's going to cost me double the amount of road tiles to work through that. mountain, so there's enough. What we can do is we can get rid of this. That should give us back a fair bit of road. There's enough blue over here to now look after him. It means that we can turn these guys around, get them going that way. Just say, although we could use these guys for here, what we can also do is now use these guys here, him, which means that we don't really need to use that anymore. Roundabout. Alright, who needs help? This purple? Purple needs a little bit of help just because there was only one of them. Now that there's a second destination here, I would say that possibly this guy's going to ease up a little bit. Ugh. I don't like that positioning one bit. Alright, so we need to fix this neighborhood here. Easy fix this, actually. So all we've got to do is just put him there. Leave that there. Get rid of that roundabout. Sort of bump the roundabout up there a little bit. Add a straight line. And motorway from... Your objection? Away from... Oh, it's in the middle of an existing roundabout, so it's not going to let it put there. Let's do that. We will move it to there as soon as that old roundabout's gone. This guy is not coping with the distance they have to travel. This guy's not coping with having no one connected to him. Let's flip those guys around that way. Give them a bit of breathing space. What do we got? So these guys now have to do a quick surge to go help out here. I can't just keep sort of ignoring these guys. Can't really do anything with... I mean, I could do this with those three guys. Turn him and then disconnect that guy. So that then I've got a group of 3 houses here. Who's panicking? This guy. Oh, he's panicking because they haven't yet built that motorway. So now let's build a third motorway in here. Because it goes over there. Because the problem that Motorway 2 has is because I tried to build a motorway there, it didn't like that I cancelled it. So it never built. Alright, so this guy is still struggling. I don't know how we're gonna... I guess what we can do is bring this guy in here. There's a lot of problems with pink going on. But now we've got both motorways going. We can tell them to move motorway 2 to we originally wanted it. So that's happily moved, and we can get rid of that one. Roundabout. This orange is really the guy that I want to try and help out. Let's get this blue guy to run down here and connect in there, so it just gives them an extra house because he's only got the 3. A bit more red up here. We're going to connect him at the back so that these guys at the front don't have to run through like the nightmare setup. It's a weird combination of doing both well and poorly. We're doing alright because there's 5 of them. They are also struggling away up here. What we need to do is find a set of pink houses that aren't really being used. Which is sort of these guys at the back here. Sort of guys here. These guys here are in a nice vicinity. What we could do, there's no way I can recover this house here to just draw a line to get him on here. Let's get rid of that connection. And what we'll do is draw that line there. Then disconnect these guys. Make them a little community. And they can run here. Could go this way. They go there. That means that we can shift these three guys to here. And then run this guy. Like directly up there. To isolate him to his own thing. So that was him there. What we'll also do in this brief moment is we will take these two guys and we'll put them on a different connection so that this guy can have a little bit extra help. Except that 5's not being built because I guess that was already placed at something. So let's build 6 there and turn these two guys look down at that. At least get one of them to look down at it. More orange houses up here that can possibly help out with that mess. Take another roundabout. So I guess both of these guys are now sort of helping out. This guy's been fixed. Get rid of Highway 1. Actually, probably that was the one I wanted to keep. It was going to be easier to connect. Connect this guy to that. Get rid of Highway 2. Okay, this... Get this guy connected in here too to help out with this guy that's slowly getting worse. We can also get this yellow guy down there to help. Yellow is a little bit of a struggle. I guess there's only 3 of them. Turn that guy around to help this guy out. Now just sort of getting houses just plopped everywhere. Not using traffic lights at all, so let's put the... Just get more road tiles. We've got a whole lot of purple up the top here. This guy here is not doing well. I think that possibly we need to move where his things are located now that we've got that guy. What we could do, just as a sort of a little help, is get these 3 guys to run through the mountain. See, this guy here is not looking too great either. Oh, the purple. This one purple guy to come in and be backup house number 4. We have so many red houses trying to help out with this guy. This pink guy here is struggling again with his 3 only houses. It's this guy. Got these 3 houses down here that should be able to help him out, but they're just not in a very good position for it. Maybe what we need to do is try and flip this around. We turn, say, these 3 guys here. Do that, then get rid of that road. And just give him to his north cousin. Then we go... oh, what sort of line I'm building there? There we go. Okay, so 4 guys there. You then have 2 guys at the top here, as well as these 3 guys down here. Let's... and these 3 guys into this point. Go down there too. Those guys go up there. That one pink house to go and just directly help out there. Pinks are struggling everywhere, so we're going to have to just sort of address pink with something, because it's just basically one pink struggling, all pinks will struggle, so we need to just basically get houses connected everywhere. Keeps surprising me that this guy here is struggling. I feel like he's got plenty of houses and he's not that, like, sort of remotely or weirdly connected. They're all just sort of suffering the same fate, because they're all overburdened, at least for the moment. So where can we just get guys connected to roads to help out? This guy. There, we can get him in there. Get this guy to around, and these 2. This blue guy here is struggling. Don't like that for causing everyone else to slow down. We got it in terms of blue availability. We've got this community up here. Is this new? No. It's just that that's a guy with 2 houses. It's just been sort of like a rock this whole time. Are we sort of getting a handle on pink? Is pink doing okay? This pink guy here doesn't seem like he's doing too well. I mean, these guys, I can see that everyone's not at home at the moment. This purple's struggling. Let's give him another house. Seems like a little bit of everyone's struggling at the moment. Get him connected there? Not really. Yellow's starting to plane as well. All the yellows. Trying to get these 2 houses sort of connected down here anyway. I do still have 4 motorways though, so I can still bounce guys around if I think that anyone in particular is the problem. And I mean, absolutely every one of my destinations is currently complaining about their load, so I don't think that there's any single sort of place to try and address the problem, because I think just the map is now a problem. This guy's gotten straight on to help out. This yellow here is about to go, so let's get him a motorway. I guess basically at the moment what we're trying to do now is just get some extra last little gasps of air in to up our numbers. Every single one counts, right? I mean, I'm sort of going to kill this guy with the way that he's going to have stuff sort of coming in. Basically just trying to keep an eye on where do we need more people? Where are we attempting to save someone from just utter collapse? Now you can see that this is why I try and have the roundabouts in there, because this guy's setup is now so much worse than it was. They try and they'll just levy their way in. Same as these guys here. Like if I just disconnected these other 2 houses, the 6 houses up here might actually operate a little bit better in terms of like sliding all their cars in there. But again, it's basically they're surviving. Is our the only expectation at the moment. You see, we've gone from about 3,000 something to 5,000, genuinely just attempting to survive. I don't think traffic lights necessarily help in situations like this. Alright, so this pink up here, I think he's starting to buckle. Every sort of pink house is kind of in use though. Sort of trying to run that one guy in there to help out. If he makes things worse. This yellow here is... It's really looking too good. There's 2 blue houses just here. I'm not sure there's any way we can just sort of drive them into a position where they can help. And you can see how much traffic there now is just in this. That it's hard to tell, would I be better off removing these 2 guys or just leaving them there and letting this go? Okay, so this blue here, he's also now starting to struggle. So, let's try this. Let's move that guy up, and then we'll move these 2 guys to just sort of like a weird little motorway over the back. So they're not going to harass the front of this. They're just going to sort of just be 2 extra houses that are just in there to help out. Although I'm not sure just that 1 extra house is going to be enough for this guy. We make these 2 guys get together. And where can we slot these guys in? And you can see their intersection problems right there. So what if we switch them the other way? It's always going to be that there's this extra, like 1 extra house that's going to be causing a problem. So let's... I don't know how to sort of add this in there without causing an intersection. I'll just let them run while I think about it. Alright, this purple here, he's now a major struggle. Oh, we've got a whole lot of purple down here that's currently... Go help him out. Hopefully make it there before he buckles. They've just got to get through this initial sort of rush. This guy up here. Seems silly not having this guy connected. But I just can't tell if they're just genuinely more efficient. Alright, so this green here, I think he needs some help. We got any greens? We got sort of greens at the top. So let's remove Highway 5. Which green was it? This one? Make that little... It's out. Get those guys down. Yellow here's still not looking great, so let's... If we can just run this guy around the back, get him in there to give him just 1 extra house. Definitely have extended out our life here. This yellow here. Alright, well we've got another yellow house just there, so they can just immediately inherit someone. If we move this tunnel up 1 square, could we get these two guys to connect at the top? I mean, I suppose what we could do is we can run them down. No. I guess I can run like that, have this guy cut across there. Apart from that, they're not going to sort of harass each other. Alright, this blue here is probably getting a little bit worse, so is this orange. But we are currently out of motorways, so any motorway that we would use, we're going to have to claim back. Now, there was someone who's just using, like, some tiny little motorways. This blue here is still... I mean, he's got the available cars there, he just doesn't have the rhythm of getting cars in place. Same goes for this guy. Let's disconnect that for now. See if this guy's just efficiency can solve his problem. This green here is a struggle, but basically until all of these cars are gone for this guy, he sort of like, you'll see him start to pick up his pace. Same goes for this guy. Let's disconnect those two houses. And this is what I'm talking about, where I say, like, it's good to try and get those roundabouts in place, because you can see the ones that are going to sink on me are the ones that just didn't have the room for a roundabout to get in there. Sound makes it sound like someone's about to buckle. I think it's this yellow here. Just wish I could figure out these two houses, or these two houses. I think we're just gonna have to watch this guy crumble. I think it's him. And this blue. It's the two of them are both. Alright, let's get those guys back in there. Jump those guys across there. See if it's a shorter trip might help. I mean, like, you can see so many guys are right on the brink now anyway. It's blue. It's orange. Yeah, this blue's surely going to be the one that takes me out, right? One of the weirdest little uses I've had for a motorway. See if we can edge all the way to 9,000. Problem with this guy is that he's got a traffic jam, but the traffic jam's back here. These other guys that have a traffic jam right at the entrance means that there's always a car about to park. Whereas in this, it means that the car's not about to get there. So what if we just shift this? I don't think we've got time. I think he's going to go before that anyway. There's our 9,000 though. I've never hit 10,000 in a map. I don't think today that's going to change at all. We have another tunnel? We do. To get that guy to connect, we'd have to come in some other weird way. Actually, what we can do is, we're now not using these three guys here, so if this guy ever comes back, we can shift these three guys around the back there. See, you can see now I've shifted the jam point on this guy up here, and he's operating a little bit better. Alright, so there we go. So now we've got 3 more houses helping this guy out, as opposed to just the one. This pink here is about to go. Again, his traffic jam is sort of a bit higher up. We're getting very close. Maybe today is the day. Oh. There we go, 10,000. yellow here is cooked. Do we get a yellow house connected here at all? I suppose if we cut this guy down here, he's only going to be in conflict against one pink house. Now, 2 pink houses. But I don't think that they're going to be too much of a disaster in each other's way. Still don't have any extra motorways, so I'm a bit reluctant to pull any motorways away from anyone. As I say, these oranges need help, but you know who else needs help? Everyone. I'm impressed that this bizarre community up here has survived. And really what I should have done is turn this around and let these 3 guys be the front. And have them run across the top and then down. There we go. He's the guy that eventually gave me my downfall. Not bad at all. Let's see how that puts us in standings. Top 1%. Number 3. Not too bad. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But till next time, catch you later. See ya.